لبنان أو من الشام. So وفي مصريين هون كمان.
مصاروي.
So we're gonna play some Egyptian songs, some Syrian songs, some Lebanese songs. We're gonna have fun. Usually I have more band members, but today is just me and my oud. And this oud is actually from Syria. If you look at the beautiful designs here. And I'm gonna start off with a song that's it's originally from Iraq, but we sing it a lot, the Syrians. It was famous by Sabah Fakhri. And it's called Fog al-Nakha.
When it is,
Everybody feel free to move your hands.
That's it.
Do you want them to see your face?
What?
Do you want them to see your face?
Oh, they're not gonna see my face.
Oh, so then, okay.
So this is good?
Yep.
That's it started already?
Yeah.
Who's playing the oud?
Yep.
فوق النخل فوق يابا فوق النخل
You sing in the Arabic, right?
Good.
When it goes, you know how to do it.
يابا بدر القمر فوق والله ما يبان باليني بلوى بالله يا مجيران المية بسلم عليهم عليهم صعبان الفرقة عليا بشتقنا إليهم إليهم والله ما ريدان باليني بلوى حالي حالي حال ومالي بالي بال حالي حالي حال ومالي بالي بال بيني وبينك حار العوازل حار العوازل بيني وبينك حالي حالي حال ومالي بالي بال حالي حالي حال ومالي بالي بال.
Unbelievable.
That was gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Susan, are we ready to kick this off? Let me spotlight Susan.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right.
Okay. So am I spotlighted? Am I talking? Am I starting?
I spotlighted you. And then who's our first speaker? I'm going to spotlight her as well.
Oh, it's Esther.
Esther, that's it. Okay, we got all three of you up there so that, there we go. Okay, start, begin.
Okay. Hi, guys. It's Susan Cohen and my daughter, Sarah Casson. Wow, it's really unbelievable. I'm seeing everybody. It's bringing tears to my eyes. Really, I'm looking at the screen and I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I really, really miss you guys. And I can't wait for one day to be back at the SBH building. Because really, you women really light up my life and you really teach me and inspire me every day. So my name is Susan, as you all know, but I just want to tell you that now that it's it's almost like a generational thing, this today is returning and reflecting on where we came from. So I am American. And I'm first generation American for my father, who's Michael Shama, who'll be speaking with us later on. And my mother is Claire Grazzi, and her parents are from Aleppo and then went to Egypt. So that's sort of like my family, and I'm just so proud to be part of this beautiful Syrian Sephardic heritage. And it's really just a very big privilege to be part of this community. And I really want to thank all you women who've been friends with me and my family, part of my family for the past, I think, 5 or 6 years, that you've really taught me so much, and you really brought in my horizons, and you really made me appreciate everything that life has to offer. So I want to thank all of you. So today, as you know, like I like to talk on the microphone. If anybody knows me and knows that, you could put a thumbs up. I don't see thumbs up. Everybody, try to put your thumbs up. Okay, thank you, because I like the attention. Okay, so we have 8 amazing guests today that will tell you a little bit about where they're from and some of their favorite songs growing up and then coming to America. We also asked the participants to choose a song so they could relate to the memory and they'll be sharing today. And we have Josh Blanco, but I think he wants to really at this point be called Faraj Abyad. Okay, but you know, we'll call you Faraj for now, okay, Josh? Okay, and Joelle Misri Cohen, who is somebody unbelievable and so talented, and she really, if you know, I think on Tuesdays, she gives music.
Monday, 11:30.
Beautiful and talented. Okay, now for our first speaker, we have Esther Dancourt, who was born in Egypt, and she's going to tell us about her favorite holidays and how it was living during the 2 wars. Okay, so let's hear from Esther. And then we'll have music, and if anybody has something that they want to add or ask, you could do that too after she speaks.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome,
Hi.
Esther.
Hi. My
Hi.
name. Hi, how are you?
Beautiful.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I miss everybody. It's like we are in I don't know. So I'm going to begin. My name is Esther Dancourt. I was born in Cairo, Egypt. I grew up with 2 sisters and 3 brothers. Egypt was a beautiful, peaceful, and prosperous place before 1948. In my childhood, I went to private schools, Alliance, and American College for Girls. I learned 3 languages, read and write, English and Arabic. I had a very good friend who lived next door. She was a Christian Lebanese. Together with my sisters, we went to the movies. My favorite movie was Shirley Temple. I would come home and imitate her, singing and dancing. My younger sister, Lily, was very cute and imitating her. My favorite holiday was Purim. We exchanged Roh Manot and received money and jewelry. It was a lovely holiday. I grew up during 2 wars, World War II and the War of Israel. And, you know, it was a hard time. My family had to separate. Leave Egypt because it was dangerous and they were taking away our freedom. We were living in fear when Nasser came to power. In 1960, we came to the USA for better life and freedom and of religion. We hope it lasts forever.
Amen.
My favorite song is Ya Sit Al Habaib Ya Habiba. So,
All right, take it away, Josh.
The famous Faiza Ahmed. One of
Yeah.
my favorite
So
songs.
cool.
as well.
Thank you.
you know it.
Now, I got 3 requests for today, and I'm very excited to do all of them. And one request that was missing was Sitt al-Kbira, which is Kulthum. So we're going to start with Faiza Ahmed, and then we're going to move to Kulthum.
Good,
Good? اتفقنا?
very good.
Yeah. ست الحبايب يا حبيبي يا أغلى من روحي ودمي ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا أغلى من روحي ودمي وحنينة وكلك طيبة يا ربي خليك يا أمي يا ربي خليك يا أمي يا ست الحبايب يا حبيبة يا حبيبة نسيت النوم وأيام نسيت ليالي وأحلام بعيد عنك حياتي عذاب ما تبعدنيش بعيد عنك ماليش غير الدموع أحباب ما بعيد عنك غلبني شوق وغلبني وليل البعد دوبني ومهما سهرني هرني لا طول وعدك يغيرني ولا الأيام بتبعدني بعيد عنك. شكرا. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Very
Really.
good, because this is the name of my mother.
You make
You have to unmute. If you're going to talk, you have to unmute. I'm sorry. Grace,
Yeah.
unmute your mom.
unmute. That's it. I love the song. I cried. And I really
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
you are
This
a
is not the name of my mother.
Thank you.
Esther, I
Really?
want to ask you. So now it's unbelievable because you learned 3 languages.
Yes.
Like we don't do that anymore. Everybody has this standard Hebrew English, and okay, in high school you learn a little bit Spanish. But where you were from, everything, the culture and everything was so rich, and you absorbed everything. Like
Yes.
school was serious. Over here
Yes.
now, you could, like it's unbelievable how everybody was so highly educated.
Yes, we were very educated, believe me, and the 3 languages, I know it by heart. I know lots of proverbs. And that song is very special for me because the name of my mother is Habiba. So when he sing it,
Wow.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yes, it was a very nice song.
Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
beautiful, beautiful.
That was really great. I enjoyed Galsum. Please another
Thank
song
you.
of Please another song from Galsum.
Hi,
Okay, Akid.
Hi, how are you?
how are you?
Hi,
So good
hi,
to
how are
see
you?
you.
What song from Kalsum would you like to hear?
Where's Yola?
What are the three languages?
Bint El Jiran, can you
Ah.
play a very happy songs like Linda Linda and Bint El Jiran?
Maybe
They like that.
let's hear, one minute, let's hear from Yola. And,
About
and then we'll do another song because Yola's waiting.
Okay, where is Yola? I can't-
Maybe Galsum Shams Al
You
Asil.
wanna, I mean,
Yes, salam.
انت عمري.
Oh, there's Yola.
Oh,
Okay, Yola,
man, beautiful.
spotlight you.
okay.
I don't
So-
believe.
Okay, we have Yola.
She was
Hi,
born
my
in
name is
Aleppo,
Yola
and she'll
Haber.
be telling us the story of her exodus from Aleppo in 1947. Her and her family escaped to Beirut. Now, let me tell you, Yola is part of the SBH family. So she's really very active and always very beautiful. So, hi, Yola.
Hi,
You miss me, right?
I do.
Okay, good. I'm
Thank
gonna
you
ask
for
you.
inviting me to speak.
Okay, so Yola, let's hear your story.
I was born in Aleppo, Syria, and had part of my childhood there. I have some very fond memories and some difficult ones. I remember my mother, may she rest in peace, when she took us to the old shul, the Knisset Kbire, to light candle before every Kippur. This was, I'm very fond of this part of my life. Then came, unfortunately, the sad one when we had to leave Aleppo under very hard circumstances. The creation of the State of Israel probably was a factor in rioting. Not probably, but for sure it was a factor in rioting. And the Muslims weren't very happy. They came and they started torching homes, businesses, and schools. Luckily, we had a neighbor a Muslim that was a very prominent person in the government, and he took us to his home. He lived on the 3rd floor, and when they came to torch our home, he defended us and he said, "There's nobody here, just go away." They left already, they ran away. Then we had my father hired somebody to smuggle us to Beirut, and where it's really something very fortunate that I got there and I had a great education, and part of my education led me to fulfill my dreams in helping other people. When they came out from Syria, I was able to find them homes and to find them jobs, and thank God I'm still doing it. Thank you, everybody.
You are really, really beautiful, inside and out.
Thank you.
So, it's so unbelievable because when you hear your story, it's like everybody knows what happened in Germany and the Holocaust and how they were torching and things like that. But nobody really, I never knew that happened in Syria, and to happen to you in our community, that you saw such horrors like that. I knew that they were not good to the Jewish people and you weren't able to practice your religious freedom, but really to have torched and have to have people smuggle you out, that's so unbelievable and something that I really never knew. And maybe now you have inspired me to become more educated on my, the heritage. And seeing, I never knew that it was that bad like that. I knew you always had people escape, but I didn't know the horrors that you went through. I'm really sorry, and I hope that
Well, there is more to the story. When my mother, may she rest in peace, went back to Syria to recover our belongings from that Muslim man, he told her, "Madame Dweck, you very lucky people." She said, I know you saved us. We were two families, 10 people, 12 people in your house. Thank you so much. He tells her, no, no, what I mean is in the Quran, it says, after keeping a family for a month, we're entitled to slaughter them, but you left before. So that was really, really very scary.
Wow.
So she packed everything, she gave him the gift, and she ran away.
So you just went basically with the shirts on your backs, like that's.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
thank
we were very fortunate. There's always, God has always his ways. He saved us, and for what reason? It's to move to
Okay.
another country and to
okay. So,
we have to do.
so now I know that Josh has to leave soon, so let me just introduce his song to you. So the song Yola chose is Al Zaluna.
Ala dal'una, ala dal'una.
I really think for the name of that. Okay, so go ahead.
So
Go ahead, Josh.
before I start, I wanted to mention to Mrs. Haber that, you know, in these songs, they're very specific to Halab. And Halab had such, as you know, had such a beautiful culture. And even the language, the accent was very specific, the Halabi accent. And I wanted to mention that in the introduction to this song, I like to sing something called a mawal, which is like a vocal improvisation. في موال صباح فخري بيقول الكلمة شجر بس باللهجة حلبية. So he says, how do we say شجر بحلب?
Shajar.
أيوة شجر. So شجر means tree.
Yes.
And in this song, they're talking about the beautiful olive trees of Halab and how the nature and the
Pistachio trees. We had pistachios.
Pistachios. But in the Mawal, he talks Killo Sajar Zaytuni. He's talking about the beautiful olive trees, and he says the word Sajar instead of Shajar. So anyway, these songs are very rich with our culture, and I'm so happy with your choice, Ala Dal'una. And yalla, let's sing it.
Can I just say one thing, Josh? Everybody, Josh is full-bred American.
على اليمة يا يمة وعلى اليوم حيل انت حل يا ويل ويلي حيل انقطع يا ويل ويلي ضارب حلب ومشيته كله شجر زيتوني كله شجر زيتوني وحاجة تبكي حاجة تبكي ودنوحي بكرة منجي عيوني باكر نجي يا عيون عيون عيوني ليلي يا ليل يا ليل يا ليل راح احبابي فين يابا طلبت مني ملح ومنين اجيب لها الملح ومبارح كنا صلح ما كانوا على بالي يابا يا قلبي انا راح احبابي فين يابا يا قلبي انا راح احبابي فين يابا أمر يا قلبي أمر راح أحبابي فين يوبا
Bravo, bravo, very nice.
Thank you كتر خيرك
Okay, Susan, who do we?
Shukran, Josh. Did I say that? Toda rabah.
بفكشة
Okay, unbelievable. Okay, so now we have Rachel Mehrdad from many places. She's from a lot of places. Her and her family moved a lot and they settled in America. So let's hear about all of that. Let's hear your story.
Bonjour from Lebanon. Okay,
Bonjour.
I tell you what, we forgot about Halab in a minute. In 47, I left when I was very young, and we were welcomed to the most beautiful country in the earth, Lebanon, the green Lebanon on the Mediterranean Sea. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And we grew up over there. For 20 years, we lived in Lebanon. When I got married there, had my kids, and the best life. You can't really ask for a better place. Anyway, what shall I tell you about Lebanon? The education was first. We had a beautiful education for the kids. They speak 3-4 languages fluently, French, English, and Arabic, and Hebrew. Then from Beirut, we went a little bit for Milan. Anyway, for a few years. And then we went back to New York and then came back to our country, Lebanon, which was beautiful. And then we end up here in America, the beautiful America, Brooklyn, with the most gorgeous community, the Syrian community that we love. And we are very lucky to belong to that community. So we always dream about Lebanon, but it's over. The most gorgeous dream city is over. By the way, the Lebanese people are very good. They opened their arms and they received us with a big heart. They lived with a lot of harmony with the Jewish people. We had a beautiful social life, religious life, education life, and the truth, Lebanon is magnificent, and all the problem was not the Lebanese people. It's from outside. Till now, here is the end of it, because the disaster is from the other people who went to Lebanon and they ruined it, unfortunately. But Lebanon is still in my heart. I love it the most. And I hope one day we'll go back. And that's it. What can I tell you? It's beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Oh,
So elegant. So elegant and always elegant, really. I remember the clothes that you had in the fashion show, so couture.
Thank you. I'm a little bit like now excited about what I'm talking. I wish I can be more relaxed, but you know, talking to a lot of people, it's a little bit exciting. Yeah.
Again, it's unbelievable to know how rich all the culture was, you know?
Yeah, it was
I'm so happy to hear that the Lebanese people were good to you and the Jewish people. And welcome to America.
Thank you. It's already 50 years that we are here. We are more American than anybody. The kids are very happy, all married, beautifully settled and everything. I love America, but still in my heart, I love Lebanon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Josh is going to play a song. I'm going to try to say this the right way.
Yeah.
Zuruni.
Perfect. This is from Ferouz. He's a very big singer, one of the best singers in Lebanon and all over the world. She's fabulous. And Zuruni is a very, very pretty song that really goes into the heart. Anyway, enjoy. Josh, you are wonderful, and I want to listen to you.
Yalla, yalla. I want to say that I was really, really touched by your speech. And I just that excitement that you were sharing, I have the same excitement and passion for the culture of Beirut and Lebanon as a whole, especially as an Awad and a musician and a singer. The music that came from Lebanon was incredible. And even though I'm Halabi,
I can talk.
أنا لازم أعترف إنه الموسيقى من لبنان شيء كتير حلوة. Someone's talking, but we can't hear them. But and Fayrouz is just incredible. And you know, we listen to Fayrouz. The tradition is we listen to Fayrouz in the morning with our coffee, right? You can't start the day without Fayrouz. So here we're in the afternoon, but it's okay. And yeah. قلبك عطيها وغير فكرك ما بيغنيها ما حميتها يا ابني من الويلات ما في حدا غيرك بيحميها وتروحي بالمرة يا خوفي من الهوى نظرة تجي وتروحي بالمرة حرام ولا بعدك انت نهاري ليل انتظاري انت نهاري ليل انتظاري حديثي كله عنك انت حبيبي انت روحي سلم عليها عليها سلم عليها سلم عليها يا Thank you.
Really fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic. So enjoyable. So, Josh, do you have to leave now or you have time?
I have 5 minutes.
Can we do
Okay,
one
so
more
since
song?
we have 5 minutes, I'm sorry. We're gonna let Josh play one more song and then we'll go to Judy, okay? Is that okay with you, Shula?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so
Before,
let's-
Chula,
What the people want.
Shula.
Hi, Margot.
before,
You
can
have-
you let some more people in or only 100 people?
So I believe I was allowed to let 150, but
150. Maybe you can allow them, they are waiting in the room.
I know it looks like it's maxed out right now at 100. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna call them and see.
recorded, it's recorded, so,
Oh, okay,
okay?
thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so Faraj,
Yes. Ready?
take it away.
He has a good voice.
We had a request for the song Inta Umri from Kulthum. And I always like to end the night with this song, or end the afternoon. with this song. By the way, guys, if you like my music, feel free to follow me. When it's not COVID, we do concerts in theaters here in Manhattan with big orchestra. And I'd love to see you all. And you can watch my videos and my music on YouTube. Videos of me singing Kulthum, Warda, Fairuz, all these things. So
And
Requesting
inshallah,
to-
when COVID is over, maybe Josh will be in person,
I would love that. Yeah.
okay? Okay.
Hi. Can you make edamame for me too?
From the day, you know that? If you close it, it's too bad.
Can you just pour the water in here?
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Josh, for joining us today.
Thank you.
The
Thank you.
wheat song. Could you
Thank
play
you.
the wheat song?
Josh has some-
الليلة الليلة ليلة عيد يا ربي
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll sing that.
بارك يا رب
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
يا رب يا رب
في بالك
تزيدوا. Yeah, I'll let you guys continue the songs, even if I'm not here. I'm sure Susan, she has a beautiful voice. She can continue the singing.
Yes, yes.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
Thank you so much, Josh.
Great day. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Yes, see you soon.
1 minute. Josh, tfaddal. Tfaddal.
Thank you, Josh. You
Yeah.
are wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope to meet you all in person very soon.
Hopefully.
Inshallah.
Yes.
We're waiting for that.
Bezrat Hashem.
Without masks on.
Yes, yes, that would be beautiful.
Okay. So Shula,
Yes.
what should we do now? Because I know Joelle has to leave. So
Yes.
where
Okay,
should
so
we go next?
let's start with Esther Abadi. Well, we're gonna go to Esther Abadi now. So let me highlight her.
Okay.
Hi, my name
Yeah.
is Esther Abadi.
Here I am,
Okay, so Esther Batty with her daughter Fortune.
with two
Two
daughters,
daughters.
2 daughters. Oh, I'm
Madame
sorry. I
Fortune.
didn't see. I'm sorry.
Gladys.
Gladys and Fortune.
Gladys and Fortune. And
Yeah.
Esther, you were born in Panama.
Yes, I was
Yes.
born in Panama.
Let's hear your story.
Okay.
Well, I was born in Panama at the age of 6 months. They took me to Colombia, Barranquilla, Colombia, South America. And I was raised there until the age of 18. At the age of 18, we came to this country.
Why did you come to this country?
We
Your
came
father?
to this country because my father was afraid we shouldn't meet somebody from another religion.
And
He
also
said to me,
Syrian.
we are Jewish. We have to marry only Jewish people.
And Syria.
Yeah.
Syria.
So that's
Syria.
how I came here to the United States. Me lo quitaste. Yeah. But we came, we were sick.
How was the school in Colombia?
Was good.
What did you learn?
I didn't, I learned until
10th grade.
10th grade. Then my father decided, now the days are for business. You have to go to a business school. So he sent us to a business school. You know, they learn.
Did you go to an English school?
At that time, people were doing mecanography.
Okay, business school.
Typing, you know, typing and all these things.
Okay.
So then we came to the United States and I went to Lafayette High School.
6 months.
6 months. Then for a year and a half, I worked.
Where?
In Macy's. I worked in Macy's. So that's how my life. Then I came back to Panama. I met my
No,
husband.
why did you leave New York?
I-
Because what happened?
The boys were all in the Army, Navy, and Marines. There were no boys here to get married.
And you had to get married?
Then, yeah, because I was almost 20.
And what is that? Why?
Then
Why you had to get married?
I thought that's it. If I don't get married at 20, the train will leave me. So I went to Panama and there I met my husband.
What's his name?
His name Leon Abadi.
Where? What year?
That was in 1944.
In October.
In October
Did you like him or you married?
1944. No, I didn't like him. I married just because I had to get married.
Because you were
That's
20
it.
already.
No, yeah, I was 20.
20.
Yes.
Okay.
Where were
your parents then?
My parents were here in the United States.
And you wanted to come back again, no?
Yeah, but then they came for the wedding.
And then after?
I said to him, if you want to get married to me, you have to pay for the wedding. So my parents didn't pay for my wedding. He had to pay for the wedding.
And then you
Good for you.
and then what happened after that? At 6
Then,
months married. You were married and then you had me.
Yes, at 6 months, I started pregnancy with Fortuna.
And then where
Then,
when I was born, what happened?
You were born in...
No, did you come back here to New York?
I came here. Yes, no, I came here to see if I can stay here. But then at that time there were strikes and things. And my father put all his money in a business and he lost the whole thing.
And then,
That's it, he lost everything.
and then you went back.
Then I went back to Panama. That's how I went back.
And then 6 years later.
Then my husband went to Guatemala because his brother-in-law needed somebody, and he went there to work, and that's how I went to Guatemala, and I lived there for 20 years.
And what happened to your husband? What did he become? In the embassy?
He was no, he wasn't an ambassador. He was a
Consul.
no, he was a consul, in the consulate, and we had a diplomatic passport. That's how I came here. I took the diplomatic passport
Then,
and I came here.
no, the 3 children, you had 3 children, fourth,
Yeah.
you had your 4th child in Guatemala, no?
Yes, I had the 4th child in
Which is
Guatemala.
Gladys.
Which is Gladys. Yeah,
And
then we came here.
then your sister invited me.
Yeah, my sister invited the Fortune because there was a boy that was learning dentist, a very good boy, and she figures she will put her in with him and see if she can get married to him. But what happened? She came in here, and they were working for the wedding of my brother.
Then what?
Wow.
So she went in with that guy walking, but
he was
never nothing.
Esther, we're gonna put you on the matchmaking committee.
No, then I met.
Then you met Jaime.
No, were you a diplomat here?
Yes,
What
I
did your
was.
husband do?
No, not yet.
Yes.
Yes, when you came.
Yeah. Then
You came to New York.
she met Jaime.
No, I tell her that story. Now you tell him when you came here after.
No, but you are.
After when I
confusing
came
them.
here.
This, they don't know what you
Huh?
said.
Right.
That's it.
So
I
you
came
ended
from New
up-
York.
And you
ended up
always
in
wanted
New
to
York.
come back here.
You came
Yeah, I wanted to come back here.
So-
When he was in Guatemala, my husband, I said to him, I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you.
We're gonna come to New
So
York.
I took my passport,
and
diplomatic passport, and we came here.
Would you say adios, amigo?
adios.
No.
No,
Yeah, he
I-
said, I'm leaving.
my husband was very friendly to Noriega.
So he was a diplomat.
You remember that guy Noriega?
I heard about him.
No
On
good.
account of him, we are here.
Because
No.
you were a diplomat
Yeah.
He became the ambassador of Panama
Right.
to the
to the
UN.
UN.
Yes, he became an ambassador, 3rd ambassador. He wasn't the
Right.
first one.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what?
He became an ambassador, and we came here as a
And we were
diplomat.
in the United
And we stayed 4 years as diplomatic.
No, we
And
stayed
then-
19
Now,
years.
so now
with
you're-
The first 4 years when was Noriega.
Right.
Okay, so then what
When-
happened
When
after
they
that?
caught Noriega, we lost everything.
All the
But now after you came to America, then you came to America and you settled here with your children?
Yes.
Yes,
All
with
here
my
in New
with my
York.
children.
In
we
New
came.
York, okay.
In New York.
Beautiful.
And then after 4 years that they caught Noriega, we lost everything.
But you were happy here.
Yeah, I was happy here, so I stayed here.
Okay, so see, money is not everything. You started over and you built a family and you have a beautiful life. So that's.
Now
what-
I have,
Now, when I came here,
It's-
Gladys, the youngest daughter, she didn't like it at the
Okay,
beginning. You
right.
didn't-
but then after,
She wanted to go back.
then,
I said, we
Okay.
can't go back. We're
Okay.
just gonna stay here.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put you, I don't mean to be rude, but again, Joelle is gonna have to leave soon, so I'm gonna put Joelle on and then she's gonna sing you a song, Que Sera Sera, and then we'll come back, okay?
Okay.
It's so, here's Joelle.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Esther.
say hello.
It's so nice
Hello.
to see everybody. And before we, I just want to say how beautiful,
¿Quién es esa?
unbelievable
Joel.
Canta.
this is. I'm so impressed. I love hearing these stories. And I think something that's beautiful to go with memories and music. I think it connects us to our memories. It connects us to each other. And I love this program and I love hearing from everybody. And it's awesome. So thank you, Shula and Susan. I think this is really amazing. Well done. Now everybody has to sing along to this. Even if I can't hear you, I can see your mouths. When I was just a little girl, I I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Ready? Que será? Whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que será, será. What will be, will be. Nice.
Está bien.
When I was young and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will there be rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweet
Esa es la que cantó en el Bicurco Live una vez.
será. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. There we go. Que será. Beautiful. I love it.
What will be, will be.
There we go.
Es la que
Now
canta
I
ahí.
have children of my own.
My own
I ask their mother, what will I be?
I be.
Will I be pretty?
Pretty.
Will I be
rich?
I
That's
tell them
it
then
to me. ¿Qué será? Será.
whatever
Will be, will be. No la
The
dejas.
future's not ours to see.
¿Qué será? Será.
What
What
will
will
be,
will
will
be. There we go.
be.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. How beautiful to see you singing with your two daughters. That was really great.
That was really such an appropriate song for this time, because
This
really
generation.
nobody knows what will be, right?
Right. Right.
So
Right.
really, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Sorry, I lost track. I'm really apologizing.
We're going with my grandma now.
So now we're
Oh,
gonna
the
go.
grandma.
Shula's grandma?
Yeah, my grandma, my teta Salma. We actually pre-recorded it, so I'm gonna share my screen with her video, and then if you want to ask her any questions after, she's here, so she'll answer. So let me just share my screen. Give me 1 second. Share my screen. All right, let me know. Okay. Does everyone see it? Can everyone see it?
Yes,
See it?
we see it.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Selma Man. Hi, my name is Selma Man. I was born in Mexico City. I am the oldest of a family of 11 children. Like in the 1950s, I used start to go to school. It's a Hebrew school named Monte Sinai. It's Jewish, and we used to be there. We do all our life very nice. Doesn't matter if we are Jewish or not. Everything was very nice. All the holidays, all the life. Nobody bothered. It was a very nice life.
And how'd you meet your husband?
I met my husband. My husband came from Beirut, Lebanon. He has a family in Mexico. He has had an aunt that he knows my family. So she introduced me with my husband. We get married, very happy.
In Mexico, you got married.
And we have 3 children in Mexico. And later we decided to come to New York. And I have my 4th child here in New York. And Baruch Hashem, everything a beautiful life, but at the beginning was very hard for me because I never left my family. I am so close with them, but every day I try to be better and better. Always when my mother called me, she used to cry because she missed me, and always I tell her, please don't cry. I am very good here. We are living good. You don't have to cry, please. When I call you, don't cry, please, mommy. And like this, pass the time, and thanks to her, she showed me from the beginning, when I was a child, she showed me to cook the Syrian food and all the things we have to know. So in these things was very good for me. Now I try to show to my grandchildren how to cook, how to make the kibbeh, how to make the dessert, the gravy, the mamul. They love it. All my grandchildren, I love them. And
What's your Mother's Day tradition here?
the tradition that I always like to cook Mexican food.
Like what?
Because all my family, they like it. So I make like chilaquiles, tortilla with the sauce, chilaquiles. I make mole. I make guacamole, the avocado with salad. I make tacos. They love it. I do my flan, you know, the custard flan. They love it. And we pass a beautiful time doing remind me all the Mexican food that everybody like here. I hope my tradition go from the generation to generation.
Okay. Teta, Teta, can you unmute yourself?
So now,
let's play our song, Joel. Yeah.
Okay. Besame mucho. I just want to say, what a beautiful story. And I'm totally crashing Mother's Day.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah. Sounds amazing. And I'm very into it. Okay. Beautiful. It was really very moving and beautiful. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. There we go. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme tus ojos y estar a ti. Piensa que tal vez mañana estaréis muy lejos de aquí. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después. Que tengo miedo perderte después.
Thank you very much. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
So beautiful. Wow. Every time I hear you sing that, like, I cannot believe, I can't even hum.
Hi, everybody.
So now we have Sylvia Irani.
All right.
The talented Sylvia Irani.
Thank you, Teta. That was awesome.
She's born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so how unbelievable is that? And she's so talented, and she sews, and she's an artist.
Can we,
And
Sylvia, can you unmute yourself?
so she's really been here from the very start. She welcomed everybody here. Sylvia, you have to unmute yourself.
Sylvia, someone near you to unmute you?
Robin, you have to unmute. 1 minute, no. Sylvia, don't talk.
You hear me now?
No,
No.
Sylvia.
Now?
No, Sylvia. Could you unmute her, Shula?
I'm trying to. Yeah, okay, someone's there to help her. Let's see. She's still muted.
She could hear us.
Susan. Is it, so if you, to unmute yourself on the bottom, there's a microphone that says, it should be a picture of a microphone that says mute. So simply click on that and it'll unmute you. There we go.
Okay, they can hear you now.
Someone,
If everybody else can unmute to mute themselves, except for Sylvia. Sylvia, let's hear your story about growing up in Brooklyn, New York.
I was born in Brooklyn.
You were born in Brooklyn. I know. Let's hear your story.
Hear your story, Ma.
My
Tell
story,
your story.
I come one of nine children, and Sea Beach, Brooklyn, 64th Street between 20th Avenue and 19th Avenue. We were a happy family, 6 girls and 3 boys. And we started to work, I could say, went to public school. Went to public school every day. My father, the peace, made sure we had the bread and to be full. My older sisters were working in factories in Manhattan. My older brothers had different jobs. And the 4 girls went to school. We came back from school at 3 o'clock.
هلا حكيكي انت تبي تشوف زوم؟
Pardon?
Go ahead. We're listening to you. So
anyway, we came home from school at 3 o'clock, and we used to choose 1, 2, 3. 2 girls went upstairs to make the bedrooms. We had 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. And downstairs we had the dining room, the kitchen, the living room, and the porch. It was a 1-family house. Then 2 girls went upstairs, did the beds, and downstairs we did the vacuum and clear it up, sweeping. We had to do our chores as soon as we came home from school. My mother was particular. My mother wore a house dress and an apron. And sometimes she kept us home from school, maybe one of us one at a time, to help her. If she was making cake or if she's going to make kibbeh or something like that, we would have to help her. And we'd stay upstairs until my father went to work. My father did not like if he ever stayed home. He was definitely, he just wanted us to go to school.
He wanted you to be educated.
Okay. Meanwhile, on the side, my mother and father drank whiskey. Like all the Syrians, my mother made ada. We had a basement, and my mother made ada. This was a very definite thing in our life. My mother bought the big pot and the pail from Mickey Carey's father, who was one of the late people to come back to Brooklyn from the Lower East Side. My mother bought a copper pot with a pail and whatever whatever things went in the basement. We had 2 wash tubs. My mother, and then my father bought a big barrel, a wooden barrel. My father would buy raisins and my mother would take care of the rest. The raisins would go into the barrel with water. I remember a whole domino bag of sugar and the skins of fruit, the skins of tangerines, apples, bananas, and that would ferment. And then she put some yansun, some spice. She would put all these ingredients in the barrel and wait for about 2 weeks till it started to smell. It became a little bit sort of acidy. And my mother would send me or my sisters to go down to see if it was right or something. Then she would take, after about 2 weeks or so, take a copper pot and put all the ingredients into it and put it on a fire. We had a stove, an old stove, and attached my mother. We put everything in the pot and it had a closed pipe that was connected to our wash tub.
Wow.
Actually, the ada is steam.
Wow.
It boiled, went through a copper pipe, and then my mother opened the water from the wash tub to cool the steam. And then she had a pail. A pail had a spout.
Wow.
And she had glass gallons.
And did she sell them to the community, or that was really just for your family?
Just for the family.
Wow.
And then
Ash family. You're talking about the Ash family, right?
The Ash family, just my close family.
Wow.
The children. And my mother made this ada just for us. Just before the Pesach, my father would buy cherries and put cherries in the gallons. It became like cherry brandy.
Wow.
Just for the house.
I want to ask you a question, Sylvia. So growing up in America as a Syrian Sephardic Jew and going to public schools, how was that for you? Like,
that was no problem at all. We had boys and girls from our block, 64th Street. We walked to 18th Avenue and 60th Street. It was PS 48. PS 48, went to school there until the primary school. We finished that, went to Shallow Junior High School.
Wow. And then you went
Syrian.
And you went to Hebrew school afterwards, right? Did you go to Hebrew school after?
No.
No, you
all of a sudden, when we were about 13 or 14, our young men who used to go to work on the 67th Street Shul had an annex, another building where there was the mikveh, and they made that like classes. They had a girls' class. They got a teacher from Borough Park, an Ashkenaz teacher, and we must have been about 20 girls.
Wow.
And we learned Aleph Bet. We learned the Aleph Bet and a couple of songs. Then we even had a Purim play.
So, right. So
and then, ever since then, I remembered the Aleph Bet.
Wow.
As an older woman, I'm praying in Ateret. I met Rabbi Shwekke's mother. She came to visit me in the middle of the holiday.
Right.
And she was a very religious lady. And she says, I said, I read Tehillim. I read it in English. She says, why do you read it in English? I says, because it'll take very long if I know these Hebrew letters. She says, start. I started.
Wow.
I started to read Tehillim
unbelievable.
every day a little bit, and now I read it in Hebrew.
Okay.
And I marvel at it that I understand it so well. And that's it. I have
Gorgeous.
we learned from my mother, she should rest in peace, emunah, to believe and have faith.
I love
We
that.
have
I love
faith.
that saying, that emunah.
Emunah and manners, derech eres. That's- My mother taught us, if you go and you become friendly with anybody, you travel, if you have manners, you could get along with anybody, anytime, anywhere. And to
Right.
have emunah. My mother was a very religious lady. She gets up in the morning
Right.
and she goes to the window and she says her modeh ani.
Wow.
She
So
says her
Sylvia,
modeh ani. We learned that, every one of us.
right, to do
My
that.
father got up very early and he would go, there's a little knis, a little steeple on 64th Street off 20th Avenue called Knis B'Tesh. There's
Right.
a Knis B'Tesh. As a matter of fact, I think it's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know if some people go there, but my father made sahlab for the early people who came to pray.
Uh.
Sahlab is a drink with milk, cornstarch, and mazahed.
Yes.
Mazahed is a flavoring of flower, essence of the flowers or essence of the orange.
So Sylvia, I heard like one of your favorite songs is by the Andrews Sisters. Is that true? Love the Andrews.
Yeah, that was, yes.
Right, because
don't even-
Joelle's gonna sing a song by the Andrews Sisters now.
The
especially
Andrews
for you.
Sisters.
Right, so she's gonna sing a song now, especially for you by the
The
Andrews.
Andrews Sisters.
I don't
Right,
know.
Joelle's gonna
Hi,
sing
Sylvia.
I forgot how it goes.
Sing it with
By
Joelle.
me, Mr. Shane.
Yeah, you got it. You know it.
By me, Mr. Shane is at your grand. I could say Bella, Bella, and the night and the to tell you how much I love. What did I don't remember the
Okay,
words.
so
but-
Joelle's gonna sing it for you.
You got it. You got it.
Joelle's gonna sing it for you.
Okay,
Joelle.
you want to sing it?
Yeah. You'll sing it with me. We'll sing it together. Ready?
Okay. My name, Mr. Shane.
Please let me
explain.
By
By me, Mr. Shane means that you're grand.
You got it.
I could say Bella, Bella, honey, la, 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 la. Now they say, Gentlemen, how great you are. By me, a bad life in the how grand you are. And then there was one song. I won't sit under the apple tree with anybody else but me.
With anybody
That was a song in the 40s when the boys were out in the way in the Second World War.
Wow.
I won't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but you. With anyone else but you. I won't sit under the apple tree till you come flying home.
You got it.
Come flying home. And then World War II, we had welcome home parties.
You muted.
All the boys coming home.
Susan, you're muted.
What?
No, Susan, you're on mute, Susan. Susan, you're on mute.
Sorry.
I didn't get that.
Praying for all our soldiers in Israel, and like I always say, every day they're risking our lives to save our country, and hopefully that will bring the boys back from Iraq and all over. And I'm not only saying boys, I'm saying men and women, but
The boys went.
prayers, the Israelis should know that all over the world that we are praying for our men and women in the army of Israel, and thank them every day for saving our country, protecting us, and hopefully one day.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And now I'm gonna let my daughter Sarah introduce the next people. and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much, Joelle.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. It's so wonderful to see everybody. I'm loving these stories, and thank you, Shula and Susan. This is an unbelievable program. I can't wait to do more.
Shula, I have to tell everybody before Joelle leaves that Shula Man did an unbelievable job for today. She really put, her effort and her soul. But we're gonna continue now. Let's continue. Thank you so much, Joelle, and we're gonna continue. Go ahead.
So next we have Judy Levy. She's born in Israel, and she's gonna tell us about her experience growing up during the war in her neighborhood. So Judy, where are you?
Yes, let me find Judy. I lost her. Oh, there she is. Okay, Judy, do you know how to unmute yourself? Can we unmute Judy? Judy, you're still muted. Let me ask to unmute. Let's see. So on the bottom, there should be a microphone. Click on the microphone. Right on the bottom left.
All right.
There you go. You got it, Judy. Hi.
Hi. I guess everybody, I don't know if you know me. My name is Judy Levy now. My maiden name was Menachem. I was born in Israel, and I'm very emotional to speak about my experience with the 1948 war. 1948 war started. It was not an army. It was just youth people that went in with their pistol, with not much, no clothes, not army clothing, civilian clothes. They stayed up. There was really, the war was in your neighborhood. It was in our neighborhood. The young man stood up on the corner on the staircase, and they were shooting the Arab. Haifa was hill. The hill, so since it was hill, the Jews lived mostly in the midtown. The downtown was Arab. The Arab was there, and they were shooting at the Jews up. And because it was hill, you were able, the bullet was able to go up. And the young man was sitting on the corners and shooting back. It was just with pistol, because I know pistol because my brother was one of them. And some of the buildings were able to see downtown, and they put sandbags, and they were shooting through that hole. The things that we had was they had Molotov cocktail. So if somebody comes in, they threw it on them. And I don't know if they had grenades, but we lived right in between the Arab. We had to evacuate our apartment. Like they say, we went with our shirt. We went like few houses up where we stayed with my aunt, which we were 8 people. So mind you, maybe 30 people was in the apartment. Some people went to live in the schools, not in, because they moved up from downtown and they moved in schools. We were lucky we lived in a house. Now, what I'm saying about those young boy, they were fighting. A lot of them got killed. People used to cross the street, they were killed. Some neighbors were killed. Some young man that I remember was killed. And we went on. We didn't know much. We were little kids. Wasn't much to eat because you couldn't even go out shopping. Then, thank God, was ceasefire, and all those young men was moved. They moved to the different part of the country. Some moved to north, some moved south, and some went to Jerusalem. My brother was one of the ones that moved to Jerusalem. He was in the Palmbach. He opened the road to Jerusalem and was very emotional. He was wounded And thank God he was fine. He was fine. He only was wounded. His fingers were shot, and he ran away from the hospital to come home to see the family. I mean, things goes on and on and on with
How
the,
old were you at this time, Judy?
I was 8 years old.
You were 8 years old. And how old was your brother?
My brother was 17. The
Wow.
young boys were 16, 17, 18. This
Right.
is all. They had 3 groups. Israel was made of 3 groups that they fight over Israel. The name was one Esther, Etzel, Irgun, and the Palmach. My
Right.
brother was in the Palmach. And the Irgun, Etzel was Begin, was from Etzel. And each one had a different leader. And each one led different groups to fight in different part of the country. Now, what else? Then when they liberated Israel and they had those 3 groups, and they decided that, I mean, it's this decision that the country cannot run under three groups fighting, and they made those 3 groups, they called them Hatzala, Haganah, but it was Tzahal.
Tzvah Israel.
Haganah Israel. And this is when they start, and we were young girls going out and singing in the street, and we're all, they say Sabra is tough. Sabra is tough because we will learn how to be tough. All our song was made how to be strong, how to walk out in the street and be your head up and don't be afraid of anyone. Okay, I don't know if you want any other stories.
So I could really identify with you because my father was part of the Palmach, and he helped his platoon or whatever put the flag on. So, you know, your story hits close to home.
We used to march in the street with the flags, you know, with the Israeli flags, and sing. You know, was Shabbat. I was in the religious group, and anything we walked with the scout, we were always marching. We had to learn how to be strong.
Right. It's unbelievable what a proud country, and it was real. Everybody in Israel is so proud, and all the mothers and fathers are so proud when their children join the army. For us in America, if my kids decided to join the army, I would like, no way, you're not going. You're not even allowed to take the train to Manhattan. You're too young. So it's really unbelievable how the culture and how it's so different growing up then and how it is now. We're so overprotective of our children here in America.
But the parents didn't even know where the boys are going.
I know.
They were learning how to fight without the parents' knowledge. They just disappeared out of the house. My brother just left the neighborhood. He didn't tell us where he was going.
What was your maiden name again?
Menedjed.
Menedjed. Okay, so now after my dad, we have a recording of my dad. He fought in the Palmach, and he's going to tell his story from not really the detailed story of the Palmach because I think it's a little bit too long.
It is too long.
Tell his story, and then we have your grand finale of the Palmach song. But I thank you, and I thank your family for being brought up in Israel and loving and teaching us how to love the land and how to love our country. So once again, B'Shana Haba'a B'Yerushalayim, with all good intentions and not having to leave America to just go there to run away from our politics. I hope that one day it will be our land and our country without any more fighting, and let us one day see peace. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, so now.
Let me put the video.
Poppy Mike's video.
Poppy Mike's video.
All right, here we go.
Is Michael Shama. I was born in Halab, Syria, in 1933, July 10th. I came to Israel when I was 2 years old, 1935.
In what year did you join the Israeli army?
I joined the Israeli army. First of all, they didn't have an army. They have a unit from the Palmach, from the Haganah, to fight the Arabs that they would come to kill us from all over. We did not have an army yet. So they needed help. So they asked us to help them. So we volunteered in the end of the 1947. Yeah.
What was both your best day and your worst day while fighting?
The best day in my life when that I tried to save the country from dangers. So when they asked me to volunteer, doesn't make any difference what age, I said, I'm capable to help. And they said, okay, get into the truck, to the car, and we take you to the training camp. They took us same day, nobody know where I'm going. Not my family, not my mother, not my father. They put me on the car, they went me to the hills of Jerusalem to go training. That's very happy that they took me.
And your worst day?
The worst day is when my friend got killed. I was really depressed. And what are we going to do? But we have to continue to take revenge. Really, the best day when they, my all commanding officer, they saw what I did from my heart, not from just goofing, like others. And when they saw that, they really appreciate, and they became one of the friends of my life. Anytime I want anything, I call them up. They come.
How did you feel when Israel finally became a country?
Oh, I was so happy. And all my friends, they had a parade. We had a parade for them. And they couldn't wait till they come.
Close to the shul.
Right.
What year did you come to America, and what made you decide to come to America?
I came over here in the end of 1956. I came to New York, and I stayed with my uncle, aunt, his mother in Brooklyn for a couple of days. After a couple of days, I wanted to take my own place, and I didn't have enough money. I found a really job that the guys gave me. They gave me, one of them is Raf Harari. That he's very, very good guy. He's famous in our community. Raf Harari is on the wholesale of Jack Murray. I worked for him. He gave me a salary, and then I got my salary because I worked good, and he gave me a good salary, and then I had to go to find because after a while we had to go better, and I went to Florida for vacation, and I met my wife. I met a girl over there. They told me, I asked my aunt, what do you think about her? She said, she's a very good family. I said, okay, that's all I want, right? So I had, she came to the store, my uncle's store, and she got very upset. Why? Because I had to ask her out. And she said out to her mother, I will not go back to New York without Mike. That's what she told her mother and father. So they waited because she had to go back to work. She said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I have to wait. When Mike go, I go with him. I'm not going to go without him. Anyway, they said, okay. They made an engagement a week later in Miami, in the hotel. They made the engagement. We came back together, and we stayed in our house in Oviedo Ocean Parkway. And after 3 months, We got married.
Susan?
Thank you, Pappy Mike. That was great.
Where is he? Let's get him on. Is he on? There he
Yes,
is.
he's on. Poppy, you could unmute yourself.
Let me add him to Spotlight.
Ask your father, what group was he in the Palmach?
Oh, ask him. He's right here.
Negev.
There we go.
What?
Negev.
Negev?
Yeah.
Negev Brigade.
Oh, the Negev, okay.
Negev. Hativat Negev. You know the Negev?
Negev? Regev?
Negev. You know what it is?
Regev.
Negev.
Not
Negev.
Negev. Negev, okay.
Negev.
It's a different group, probably.
Right. My
Beersheba.
brother
Where's
was-
Beersheba?
I
Where's
know
Beersheba?
that Negev, Ken. I know the
Negev.
Negev. No, because my
Hativat Negev.
brother was in Yerushalayim. He went
Oh, I was in Jerusalem in the beginning.
group number 5,
know.
Gdud Chamesh, and Rabin was his chief.
I know. I was
Commander.
in Jerusalem in the beginning.
Oh,
Then
okay.
they needed help in the Negev. They sent me there
Right, each one went to different.
because the Negev is very dangerous. If they take the Negev, they take Tel Aviv. They came 30 miles from Tel Aviv.
Right.
Right.
They
So
all were dangerous. Part.
But we have to push them. I lost all my friends, but what are you going to do?
You pushed them.
these were our
I
heroes.
lost all my friends.
Really unbelievable.
Yeah.
So Shula has the song that for the Palmachis.
Tell me if you can hear it without me sharing my screen. Just
Okay, go ahead.
1 second. You hear it? Okay.
מסביב הסהר, אך ראשנו לא ישח, בפקודת תמיד אנחנו, תמיד אנו החלמה. ממטולת מצרים, מן הים הנורא, כל בחור גדול לנשק, כל בחור
ראשונים תמיד אנחנו. אנחנו תמיד
אנו הפעימה. I know it too.
This is one of the songs I grew up with, right?
No, when we sang, we marched. I told you, as little kids, we were all learned how to be strong.
Right.
And of course, then later on, the people came in from Europe, after the Holocaust, and you mingled with them, and you had to talk to them and teach them, and that's what it is. And then story goes on and on and on.
Really, this was.
Then we talk about the cena when we didn't have any food, then they were rationing the food.
Right.
And your father would tell you.
Right, exactly.
He told you, I'm sure.
This was such an unbelievable program. We have to do it again, Shula.
Yes, thank you.
We really have to do it again. It was so enjoyable and so wonderful to see everybody. I'm scrolling down and I'm just smiling.
You forgot me.
Very nice. It was beautiful. Beautiful, amazing job.
Amazing.
See you all. Susan.
Amazing, but you forgot me.
No, so Fortune, Fortune, you didn't forget. Come on, what do you have to say?
What do I have to say?
Susan,
What?
Susan, you are fantastic girl.
Thank you.
And Shula, every one of you is fabulous, really. But I spoke, I was very emotional. I couldn't talk regularly. I spoke fast and stupid.
Everybody was beautiful. Everybody was beautiful.
Very nice, Susan. Very nice.
Beautiful girls, beautiful.
And it's so special, especially for me, because I had my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, and me. So it's really 3 generations.
4 generations.
It's beautiful.
Everything was beautiful.
Thank you, Tata. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Shula. Thank you, Shula. Thank you for putting me on your.
Thank you, Shula. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, girls.
I want to apologize. I want to apologize to Fortune. Fortune, I know you were supposed to say something, or should we save it for another time? Or?
Yes, save it for another time.
Okay, thank you. I really,
in person very
Thank you, Shula. It was
You're
very nice.
Esther, thank you everyone for telling your wonderful stories. I really got educated today, and it was amazing, and it was an honor to have you all in our presence today. So thank you. B'ezrat Hashem, we could do this again, hopefully in person. I love everyone. Thank you for coming. Have a beautiful.
I just want to say something.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I am fortunate enough, and I'm very grateful to have all of you in our lives. All of you helped us so much, gave us so much education, and we love this Sephardic Bikur Halim, and you girls did a wonderful job, and really we are amazed. And I just want to tell you that I'm grateful to have my mom living with me. She's 96 years old, thank God, in all her right mind. And she has over here in Brooklyn, 5 generations. And this is one, I just want to show you a picture, how it started. Yeah, this is one picture. That's more than 50 years ago. It's me, it's my mother. No, first it was her grandmother.
My grandmother.
My mother, me, my grandmother, and my daughter.
Wow.
So this was 54 years ago. 52 years ago.
55.
Oh, 50, no, yeah. And
You never change, Fortune.
and here's another one. Here the generations go on, and this is my mother, my grandmother, me, my daughter, and her daughter.
wow.
That was 50 years ago. No, 40 years ago. This girl,
Está bonito todo.
this girl here is 15 years old. I'm so grateful for my parents and my
Really beautiful. That's
This girl,
beautiful.
yeah,
May I say something?
that's it.
Wow.
Many times she had
Gorgeous.
big generation. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
This is my mother and father when they got married.
Wow.
Guatemala. Anita.
In Panama. They got married in Panama.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Maybe 76 years ago.
May I say something?
Go ahead, Mrs. Smith.
Hello.
Yes, Tata, go.
Hi, Sue.
Hello.
Hi, Shula.
May I say something?
Yes, Tita. Is that Tita?
Tata.
Tita.
Yes, hi. I want to say everybody was beautiful, everything. And I am so proud from my granddaughter, Chula, that she make this job beautiful. And we want, she has a beautiful luck in everything she do. And I love her. And I love
I
everything.
was getting all teary-eyed.
We love her too.
A minute, I have to say one thing. Shufek Arus.
Amen.
Inshallah, amen.
Amen. B'sha'ah tova.
Amen.
Love you.
Yes, all the
Shula,
best.
next time we do this, we have to say that everybody has to bring their things for dance, their like bells for dancing. And we all have lunch and a drink or something. Leah, start making arat with your mother's recipe. And Mr. Man, I want to get your glebe and your baklava and your whatever you make. And we should all be together in a room soon. We really should all be together with normalcy.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
the right person wins to help bring our country into a beautiful and harmonious place that we could all live in peace.
Amen.
Lord, it's a country to be led and to put in the right direction.
Amen, Susan.
God's help, everybody should be happy and healthy. And please, ladies, please, men, please stay safe. And hopefully we'll be able to see our parents and hug them and kiss them.
Amen.
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 Have a
And
wonderful
you're
day.
helping us carry it through. Thank you.
So we see each other live.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Shula, wipe away your tears, throw your grandma a kiss, and say the ending words to the program.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just want to say thank you to everyone that was involved. Thank you for joining us. And B'ezrat Hashem will have this again bigger.
I saw you watching.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank